at Kilometer Zero in Rojas Boulevard for Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila. And where I'm at right now is what we call Kilometer Zero at ito ang magiging reference point ng lahat ng ating mga distance measurements, and it will also serve as our starting point for our Rock and Roll Running Series. At kita nyo naman, napakaraming participants dito. They came out early, super excited to be part of this marathon race. At syempre, laking tulong din that good music blasting coming from DJ Bling. At bago natin makachikahan at bago tayo makipag-karakan sa ating mga racers, pag-usapan muna natin ang ating Rock and Roll Running Series. The first ever Rock and Roll Running Series was founded by Tim Murphy in San Diego, California in the year 1998. He conceived the idea while running the final miles of a marathon race, wishing there was music to support him during the last lonely miles. In the mere span of a decade, he turned a simple speed endurance race into a 26-mile long block party filled with loud music and roaring crowds. It wasn't long until the Rock and Roll Running Series became the worldwide industry pacesetter it's known today. Embodied by elements of loud music, challenging miles, enticing medals, and great moments. No marathon is devoid of entertainment, and the Rockstar spirit lives on with every race. Sooner than later, the rave found its way here in the Philippines. In fact, the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila is the first rock and roll marathon in Southeast Asia. At kitang-kita natin yan because more than 4,000 participants are here and they are ready to rock and run. Kaya naman tara, chikahin na natin sila. Thousands of people are gathered today here in Kilometer Zero, ready to rock the streets of Manila. Needless to say, they're all excited to see what the beautiful city of Manila and the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series has in store.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool to bring it to Manila, and right after all of the COVID stuff too. It's neat to finally open things up and have Rock and Roll Marathon here. Since they go to a lot of really cool places, you know, come to Manila is pretty neat. So I'm only running the 5K, so I'll let her answer a little bit of that one.
I've done a rock and roll race before in another place, and that took a lot of time and training, but this one was kind of last minute, so we'll just see how it goes.
I want to see, because Manila's got so much traffic, that I want to see what it looks like when the roads are completely empty except for runners. And it's going to be nice to be able to run non-stop in downtown Manila without having to stop, cross streets, not get hit by cars, you know, so it'll be fun.
Athlete po ako ng SSC IMCOM. Ang game ko is sprinter hurdler, pero tatakbo ko ngayon ng 5K. Kasama ko yung mga teammates. Yung army kasi medyo, hindi siya medyo, competitive siya pagdating sa mga gantong game. Pagsali ng ganito, kaya nga fun run para mag-enjoy din tayo, di ba? So, kailangan din natin maging healthy. Ngayong pandemic lalo, kailangan maging active tayo, active lifestyle, diet, and healthy tayo. Para hindi tayo mabilis dapuan ng sakit. Yun yung number one.
I thought, you know, they don't do many things here like this a lot. In Manila, especially a big event like this with fitness and things like that. So I thought it was just good to, you know, get out there and try to encourage all my friends to kind of come out here and get them to do it. It's something good to, you should probably always keep up your fitness. So yeah.
Encourage kami na sumali kasi dahil kakaiba yung event, may mga music, ganon. And first running event ng daughter namin. Actually, mas na-appreciate namin, mas nakaka-motivate siya na merong mga ganitong event. Masaya yung atmosphere, tapos fitness na rin, lifestyle. Tapos mas masaya kasi pagkasama mo yung family mo.
Preparation is always the key to success. And much like our Ironclad Runner Sunrise Events Ironman group spared no effort in ensuring that the event resonates well with the festive and celebratory culture the country is known for.
Rock and Roll Marathon, medyo very maganda ang pagtanggap ng Pilipino. Una, lahat ng tao gusto nang bumalik sa dati nilang physical health. Kailangan na maging into sports, maging fit, no? Pangalawa is alam mo naman ang Pilipino, masayahin, mahilig sa music. Magaling tayo kumanta, magaling tayo sumayaw. And we have that natural beat.
Their dedication and their advocacy for health and fitness is what led them to overcome the challenges they faced alongside their longtime partners and friends.
It was very challenging for me and the team, all of my teammates, from me until do sa mga nagsiset up, talagang we are very stretched. But we welcome it with open arms kasi balik na kami sa trabaho. Aside from that, we help bring back tourism to these different places we go to. Plus, lastly, and I think more importantly, nakaka-encourage kami to go back to healthy living. Kasi nung pandemic, matirang matibay matirang pinaka-healthy. So naintindihan talaga ng mga tao bakit health is important.
Our brand is definitely very much fitness-based and very, health-focused because we are a sportswear brand. We encourage people to run, to get active. We like to complement a lot of the sports with advanced technology. We have a couple of new technology coming soon for our running shoes, things to make you run a little easier, more stability, more comfort. And all of that kind of adds to the effort that we put in to promote a healthy and active lifestyle. My first impressions when I heard that the marathon would be involving, rock and rock bands, I thought it was obviously very entertaining, very fun. A lot of the times marathons tend to have a lot more of a serious kind of tone behind it because it's supposed to be a tough race. People tend to race to beat their own personal time. It's hard to run a very, very long time and you always want to push yourself. But I think having rock bands and having music and having, people dressed up in certain, like Elvis, dressed up as other, rock icons, gives it a lot more of a fun feel to show people that, you can really enjoy running a little bit more. It doesn't have to be all the competition and all the stress.
The passion and their advocacy attracted thousands of people from across the country and beyond.
Papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part because in just a few, we are going to be starting our 5K and 10K races of the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila. So let's go over the routes and the sites na mapupuntahan natin with our 5K and 10K marathon races.
The race will start with the 10K runners, first running off from kilometer 0, then followed by the 5K runners. They'll pass over the beautiful Manila Baywalk Dolomite Beach and the historical Raja Suleiman Park. After making a turn at Pedro Hill, they'll head up to Rizal Park. Our 5K runners will head straight to Anda Monument up to the Carino Grandstand for the finish line. Our 10K runners will make a slight detour around Intramuros before heading to Anda Circle, then back at the finish line.
The 5-kilometer and 10-kilometer course will also visit some historic landmarks and discover all kinds of exciting surprises. Dito yan sa Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila.
There's no better place to mark the first Asics Rock and Roll Running Series in the country than the capital city, Manila itself, along with its rich Filipino culture and history.
Manila is the capital city of the Philippines. It is the most historic in terms of architecture, infrastructure, and also it has full of history. Noong Spanish colonial times, maganda na to. Ito na ang ginagawang daungan para sa trade spice, no? Aside from that, dito mo rin makikita yung kagandahan ng Maynila na may storya. Yung Kilometer Zero, yung Rizal Park, yung Luneta, yung walled city ng Intramuros. dito lang sa Manila. And ang kagandahan, nandito sila lahat. So pag nagawa natin to sa Manila, parang nagkaroon ka na rin ng historical tour.
Bringing the first ever rock and roll running series in Southeast Asia earned the love and gratitude of the city of Manila, who also spared no effort in immortalizing its rich history.
Of course, very thankful, very fortunate, and very honored ang city of Manila, being the capital of the Philippines, for being chosen by Asics to host the very first rock and roll running series. Very well situated naman po ang ating lungsod, and this part, Luneta, has always been a very good venue for such events.
Among all the beautiful tourist spots in Manila, the Luneta Park especially stands out as it's dedicated to the martyrdom of one of the country's greatest heroes, Dr. Jose Rizal. Born on June 19, 1861, Dr. Jose Rizal shaped the history of the Philippines. Through his writing, he paved the way for Philippine Revolution and eventually our country's freedom. Dr. Jose Rizal met his end by firing squad in Bagumbayan, now popularly known as Luneta Park or Rizal Park. And on his 161st birth anniversary, we pay tribute to one of our country's greatest heroes with a wreath-laying ceremony at the Rizal Monument here in Luneta Park. And of course, we'll double down on celebrating our Bayani's birthday by rocking the entire city of Manila. Is vaulting across the city filled with adrenaline and crowd roars. One proud runner embodies the spirit of rock and roll in both mind and costume.
Well, rock and roll was started based on having fun. You know, years ago, races were only for runners. You had to be fast to run. And here it's like increase the length of time to run. People can walk it, party, have fun, bands in the course, and it just make it a big party. And you get more people that way. Notice I'm running barefoot.
Oh yeah, you're running barefoot.
I've been doing it for over 10 years, and it's just something I do. And in the U.S., there's a lot of Elvis, and it just makes me stand out a little more from the other Elvis. So I'm barefoot. I've been running barefoot before I became Elvis, so it was something I enjoy doing. I like it. It feels good.
Filling the morning with good vibes as they run, they now reach the 3.5-kilometer mark of the race, where the iconic Raja Sulaiman Park is located. Named after the 16th century king of Manila, the park serves as a symbol of a once prosperous kingdom with bountiful trades from different kinds of people across Asia. A testament that a city can prosper if it revolves around the values of love and equality.
Lagi po sinasabi ni Mayor Isko Moreno na here in the city of Manila, lahat pantay-pantay. Walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang middle class. Walang babae, walang lalaki, walang bakla, walang tomboy. Equal ang treatment po namin sa lahat. And yung rainbow po na makikita nyo doon sa Raja Sulaiman is part of our vision na maging open po ang City of Manila. In fact, sa City of Manila po, we already passed an ordinance, anti-discrimination law para at magbibigay po ng mga benefits and equal protection sa ating LGBTQ family and community.
The Raja Sulaiman Park serves as a symbol that a city can thrive through friendship and inclusivity. And today we honor that message through this colorful rainbow crosswalk. This is a modern symbol that Manila promotes equality, love, and no gender discrimination. Lahat po ay welcome dito sa Manila. At syempre, idagdag pa natin dyan ang Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila na lalo pang nagpapabuhay dito sa ating park. And you can also hear from the background the Moranos Band playing their music at lalo pang nagbibigay saya sa ating mga race runners.
As we we make our way to the next mark of the morning race, our 5K runners are already crossing the finish line, celebrating an early victory as they try to inspire others to see the fun in the run. And as a testament to their Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila experience is the colorful medal they wear throughout their celebration.
And it's very fun. First time ko to in the Philippines actually. First time ko tumakbo ng legit na fun run dito sa Philippines. Sobrang saya. Dati kasi sumasali ako just for the sake na makasali. Ngayon, sumali ako dito kasi gusto ko maka-inspire ng ibang tao. Nakikita nila tumatakbo ko. Content ko sa social media is I run every day. 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K. Day 274 of 365. Run for you, run with me, run with Matt. Let's go. Nasa 270 days na ako tumatakbo straight, walang tigil. So kaya ako sumali dito para mapakita sa tao na pwede tuloy-tuloy mga ginagawa natin.
Another piece of Philippine history resides in the magnificent Carino Grandstand. Specifically constructed for the annual ceremony of our country's independence from the Americans on July 4, 1946, it stands as a testimony of our heroes' sacrifice and hard work to gain victory for our freedom. The Carino Grandstand is a popular historical site for political, civic, religious, and sporting events. Many presidential inaugurations were also held on this landmark. What better way to energize the fun in the run than to blast loud music from our Rockstars right here at the Carino Grandstand.
Sobrang saya, sobrang saya. I mean, sobrang energetic ng mga tao kasi, well, galing silang takbo, no? Pero ang galing pa rin, kahit pagod sila, masayang tugtog. Sobrang nag-enjoy kami.
It's super great. It's like the feeling of euphoria with high energy, especially with Trinidad. My God, super duper great energy, man.
While our 5K runners are celebrating their moment of triumph, our 10K runners are heading for the country's oldest district, Intramuros. Popularly known as the Walled City, this historic landmark is now a favorite tourist destination of local and foreign visitors alike. Intramuros used to be the seat of government of the Spaniards during the reign. Now, it's a popular site where visitors can find iconic cathedrals like San Agustin and the Manila Cathedral, as well as a famous Fort Santiago. Our 10K runners are now passing over the historical site, boosted by the cheers of their peers and fellow runners along the race. Inspired by the festivities surrounding the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila, they muster up their strength as they aim for the finish line.
And what better way to celebrate our marathon finishers than to greet them right here at the finish line. Dagdag pa niyan, we also have some celebrity friends. We have Miss Ariana Grande and the legendary Elvis Presley. So, kayong dalawa, gusto ko lang muna malaman, kamusta ba kayo and how are you enjoying this race? Unahin na kita, Ariana.
Hi, my name is Moonlight. Ayun, sobrang nag-enjoy ako kasi nakikita ko na yung family nagsasama-sama dito sa event na to. And may mga bata, may mga matatanda. Grabe, nakakabilib yung mga matatanda kasi kayang-kaya pa rin nila.
Pwede ka ba magpasample ng konti dyan? Biritan mo naman kami. Okay, si Elvis naman. Elvis, ikaw talaga. Curious ako sa'yo kasi ang balita namin medyo You went to the other side. Kailan ka ba bumalik? Ano pinagkabalahan mo?
Alam mo, sasabihin ko lang, no, grabe talaga yung Asics kasi grabe. Nakakabuhay sila ng mga patay. Diyos ko, magkano ang talent fee neto galing pa sa langit, papunta sa lupa. Nako.
Biyaya! Konting dance moves naman dyan! Yeah! More action and more fun dito lang po sa Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila.
As we're partying with the runners and celebrities on the finish line, some of our top 10K finishers shared their appreciation for the fun and exciting event.
Sobrang ganda po sa pakiramdam kasi ang pagka-organize ay sobrang prepared talaga at saka yung ruta namin ay sobrang ganda rin at saka ang ganda sa experience na makilahok sa Asics Rock and Roll na marathon.
There are also those who are equally thrilled to be able to actively and safely enter races after the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic.
Super fun kasi after 3 years I was able to run again. So, ang hirap din naman kasi mag-run during the pandemic, so many lockdowns and all. So, this is a great start. This is a great jump start to have an actual face-to-face run again. Ayun, and then ang saya-saya niya kasi with music, every stops, and ayun, so many people. Ayun, so fun.
Of course, the fun always doesn't end at the finish line as our 10K finishers are also greeted with a lively performance of Elmo and Arkin Magalana with the Hardware Syndrome.
Alright, kasama naman natin ngayon Elmo Magalana, who we just heard perform with the band Hardware Syndrome. So first off, Elmo, I want to know, how did it feel like performing at 7:30 in the morning?
Of course, I'm not actually used to that too because I'm used to recorded stuff nowadays. But the rush is still there. Like, you know, performing live in front of a live audience, and of course, you know, for the event here, that's for a marathon. That means it's just all pure energy.
And you saw the racers a while ago. They were jumping up and down, really singing along with the songs. And you've been a racer yourself. You know for a fact na ang laking bagay nun, having that kind of hype and pump, di ba?
True.
How did you feel like knowing that you were on the side giving that kind of energy to the racer?
That's for me, it's like a big responsibility because yeah, energy is something that you bounce off of, whether it be your inspiration or music or art, you know, and to be the one giving off that energy, you know, takes a lot of responsibility. So, you know, having our dad's band and my brother on stage with me, you know, it was a big responsibility, but I feel like we were able to do our best.
It's been a best morning so far here at the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila. And I can't believe that we're having a concert at 7:30 in the morning. But the fun has only just begun. Meron pa po tayong half and full marathon mamaya. So enjoy the moment and brace yourselves for another thrilling experience here at the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila.
The morning of the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila with enough excitement and festivities to breathe life into the bustling streets of the capital. Now it's time to double down on the thrilling experience as our runners prepare for the tougher challenges, the half marathon and the marathon race under an unexpected heavy downpour.
Ako si Franz Aceituna and I'm a pilot from Philippine Airlines and I'm here today with a group of pilots and very excited to join the Asics run for tonight. Running is a sport that enjoys everyone and it also helps us to keep our health, physical health intact and mental health as well.
dedication to maintaining a healthy lifestyle is what drives them to find the window to train so they can share the fun in the run with their fellow advocates.
Sinusubukan namin as much as possible kahit na medyo sikip yung schedule na mag-train on days off and also kumain ng tama. Medyo exciting makatapos ng run pag alam mong meron ganyang klaseng event sa dulo and makapag-get together lahat ng runners and makapag-share ng kanilang insights and experience sa run at ma-look forward lalo ang pagtakbo sa future as a future endeavor.
Alongside our seasoned runners are first-time full joiners who signed up for the event to experience firsthand what it means to take on the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila.
Since first time ko nga to, alam ko magiging masaya and wala pa akong ma-expect. Pero tingnan natin kung hanggang mamaya kung ano mangyayari. Pero sana matapos ko, yun lang.
Yet they also hide an inspiration tucked within their hearts as they dedicate their proud journey to a loved one.
Totoo niya, kaya sumali ako sa rock and roll para sa airpods ko kasi 70th birthday niya ngayon. So dinededicate ko talaga to kay daddy ko, kay Daddy Tito Earnshaw. Doon ako na-inspire kaya first time ko magko-42K so dedicated para sa kanya to.
Mas matindi ang challenges na harapin ngayon ng ating mga runners as they'll be covering a distance of 20 kilometers and 42 kilometers for the full marathon. Kaya naman palakasan talaga ang labanan dito sa Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila. Now, we did have a few delays because of the stormy weather and we had to make sure that we follow certain safety protocols. But despite all that and despite the tougher race course, it is still absolutely double the fun.
But even the unfavorable weather can't stop our runners from their excitement in participating in this one-of-a-kind marathon event. The race will start at kilometer 0 and will follow the usual route with the addition of going through more historical landmarks like the Kartilya ng Katipunan, Binondo, Jones Bridge, and the historic streets of Intramuros. Our half-marathon runners will complete a 2-loop course from kilometer 0 where they will head straight for Raja Sulaiman all the way back to Rizal Park. They will then turn right to catch a glimpse of the National Museum of the Philippines and head straight to the walled city of Intramuros. Once they've completed the 2 loops, they will make their way to the Anda Circle for the final turnaround and head straight to the finish line near the Quirino Grandstand. Our marathon runners will start their 4-loop race on the same path until they take a detour to Kartilya ng Katipunan. They will then head straight for the beautiful Jones Bridge and then turn around at the bustling streets of Binondo. They will then head straight to Intramuros, then to the final turnaround at the Anda Circle, then finally end the race as Rockstars with loud music and cheers near the Quirino Grandstand. Sprint through the starting line with cheerful smiles, eager to witness the surprises in store for them along the race course. Located at kilometer 6 in Ermita, Manila, is one of the iconic shrines built in honor of our national hero, Andres Bonifacio. The Bonifacio Shrine, also known as the Kartilya ng Katipunan or Heroes Park, commemorates the bravery of the Katipunan in fighting for our freedom against our Spanish colonizers. Just like how our brave heroes ignited our hope for a free country, we're giving our runners the light they need to inspire them during today's Rock and Roll Running Series through this festive and vibrant light show accompanied with loud and festive music. And much like our colorful light show, the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila is never short of lovely individuals with colorful stories behind their wonderful costumes.
2016, naging barefoot diva ako dahil sa kahirapan hindi ako makabili ng sapatos. So bala ko sumali ako sa fun run na may category na barefoot. So doon ako nakilala bilang isang barefoot diva. And doon din nagsimula yung pagko-costume ko. And until ngayon, patuloy ko pa rin ang pagko-costume ko para makapag-inspire ako sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. Para sa akin, I hope na ma-inspire din sila na tumakbo kasi para sa akin ang pagtakbo kasi ay napakasimpleng ehersisyo upang magkaroon ng healthy lifestyle.
As the fabulous barefoot diva, Fritzy started her running journey in 2009 as a way for her to distress and maintain her physical and mental health while wearing sneakers and comfortable clothing. It wasn't long until she became the brightest star in the running community as she challenges marathon races and fun runs on barefoot while wearing colorful and vibrant costumes. Now, she proudly continues her legacy along with her friends from the running community, advocating to bridge the gap of love, friendship, and equality to all genders and races. Right now, our runners are crossing the iconic Jones Bridge, a graceful and beautiful historic symbol that connects Binondo and Intramuros, two of Manila's famous districts. Its bright ornamented road lights and golden paint are wonderful sights to behold under the night sky.
At alam nyo, ang gandang ruta nito if you're just trying to get into running, super inspiring. And as we know, exercise is something that we should incorporate in our daily routine. Alam naman natin na ang importance of having a healthy lifestyle. Yan po ang ating pampalakas at pangontra sa iba't ibang klaseng mga sakit.
Living a fit and healthy lifestyle is one of the many values that brought our runners together, forging a strong bond of friendship, much like the symbolic arc that stands proud at the other end of the beautiful Jones Bridge.
Isa sa talagang kapansin-pansin pag nandito kayo sa Jones Bridge ay ito pong nakikita nyo sa likod ko. That is a Filipino-Chinese friendship arc. It is right in the heart of Binondo and it symbolizes the beautiful and positive relationship that these two cultures have.
A steadfast symbol of friendship between Chinese and Filipinos, Binondo is one of the popular tourist destinations where we can find the historical Binondo Church and the Plaza San Lorenzo Ruiz. Both the iconic church and plaza are tied to the story of Saint San Lorenzo Ruiz of Manila. Born in Binondo, Manila, Saint San Lorenzo Ruiz is known to be a devoted Catholic, even serving as an altar boy at the Binondo Church. During the Japanese invasion, he was arrested for the crime of being Christian. Refusing to recant his faith, he died at the hands of the Japanese as a Christian, ultimately making him the country's proto-martyr of Filipino-Chinese descent. Also gracing the heart of Binondo in today's race is one of the cultures and traditions we gained from our Chinese friends. The dragon and lion dance are symbols of power and strength. These mythical beasts are meant to uplift our runner spirit through both dance and music. Another unique element of the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series is the synergy between the runners and the live bands, who are more than happy to be part of this monumental event.
Masaya kami na after ng set, may mga lumapit sa amin and they told us na they've enjoyed our set. Sobrang malaking bagay yun sa amin. Really, para kaming na-fuel. Ayun. Kahit alam namin sobrang haba ng araw nila at ang layo ng tinakbo nila, meron kaming nakuhang energy sa kanila, sa mga nanood kanina. And it was really fun to bond with them.
So yung running kasi, di ba, pag ikaw lang mag-isa nag-jog ka, nakikinig ka music, so iba yung may live. At the same time, fair para sa amin kasi pinawisan din kami. So para kami tumakbo. So ang saya lang doon kasi nagbigay kami ng music sa kanila. Sila yung kumbaga na-energize. Hopefully namin, at the same time, yung nanonood din sa amin, sobrang happy kami na nakikita namin na despite na pagod na sila, nakikijump pa rin sila.
Music can truly affect not only our mood but our health and wellness as well. It helps stimulate our minds into giving us the necessary boost to conquer challenges we once thought impossible.
Hey guys, we're here at Real Street in Intramuros, and as you can see, we have a beautiful setup here. Meron tayo videoke to get all our runners more pumped up for this action. Sila po yung mga tumatakbo ngayon for the 21K and the 42K race. And as we all know, yung karaoke o yung videoke nga na tinatawag natin is a staple in every Filipino household to celebrate a birthday, a big event, actually anything at all. And this is perfect for us to celebrate our runners as well. At nakaka-inspire talaga mapakinggan ang ating mga singers, kaya makikisali din tayo. Hey, get ready to sabi na. Let's go, let's go!
Uplifted by both our lovely music and cheers, our runners are crossing the streets of Intramuros with a goal to reach the finish line. And what awaits our half marathon and marathon runners are excited friends, families, and colleagues that want nothing more than to see their loved ones claim victory with proud roars. And the first to cross the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila finish line are our formidable half-marathon runners who have gotten more than what they expected out of this exciting race.
I feel super good kasi I was honestly expecting like top 10 lang or top 15 or kahit top 5 sa age group kasi it's my first road race ever in my whole life. So I'm pretty satisfied with my time and super thankful kasi it rained super hard before the race, so I was kind of doubting myself na baka di ko kaya kasi basa yung shoes. But I was able to push through naman, and thanks to God, siya talaga yung dahilan.
While some of our champions express their gratitude amidst their achievements, there are those who use the exciting event as a stepping stone to greatness.
Actually, I'm a national team triathlete. So I do swim, bike, and run. So this was just like a training session for me, the 21K. But what motivates me the most is like my inspirations from other countries, like Olympians, like Johnny Brownlee. They're really fast at running. So yeah, it motivates me to train every day.
As our hardened national athletes use the adrenaline-infused marathon to fuel their passion, others simply appreciate the beauty of the race while achieving their goal of the day.
Besides sa ulan na nagsimula kanina bago mag-start, yung buong race, it was good. Well organized, the road closure was good. Walang maliligaw kasi lahat ng roads naka-block para hindi talaga pumunta ang mga runners. Tapos maganda yung mga labels nila, nakalagay kung saan pupuntang 21K, saan pupuntang mga 42K or others. It was a good race for me because best time ko na ito sa 21 ko.
In just a fleeting moment, our half-marathon runners are crossing the finish line with their heads held high and pride in their hearts. But the race is far from over as our marathon runners are already in their last few kilometers from finishing the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila. Turnaround at the historical Anda Monument. Their unwavering spirit is what will carry them to taste the sweet victory awaiting them at the finish line. But in a moment's notice, our determined runners have already crossed the finish line. Their monumental achievement was powered by the cheers and lively performances they came across on their journey.
Masaya po sir kasi every station po, taga-ikot mo, may mga banda. Tapos kahit pagod ka na, parang biglang bumalik yung energy mo kasi pagdating mo doon may mga music, may mga band. Tapos lalong-lalo na po sa mga martial na tini-cheers na po yung mga runners. Sila po ang nagbibigay ng energy sa mga runners na makakaya po ang race na ito.
While most of our champions are motivated by the vibrant energy in the race, some are ecstatic about their win as they finally accomplished their hopes and dreams.
Sobrang saya kasi dahil first time ko nga nag 42K, sobrang gandang experience. Maganda rin yung yung sinasabi mo may mga banda-banda during the run. So maengganyo ka rin tumakbo. So kaya lang talagang may times talaga na talagang may lakad ka, may takbo. Pero at least natapos mo yung 42K. Para sa'yo yun, Dad.
More than the glory and victory at the finish line, what truly makes the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila shine is the idea that it's a run where everyone can have fun.
Yeah, hats off to Asics and Rock and Roll Manila for putting this on. It's an awesome series. I think it's important for everyone to have a hobby that includes fitness, and running is something that everyone can do. It's the least expensive out of a lot of sports. Walang membership, all you need is a decent pair of shoes. Sana lahat yung Filipinos should experience this. You can start off very slow, jogging, walking, build up. Next thing you know, you're doing a marathon.
More than a sport for everyone, the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila also reignites special memories in some of our rock bands during the iconic event.
Sobrang saya kasi nag-antay talaga yung mga tao para makatugtog kami, and sobrang saya ng feeling kasi ako ang PE ko nung college running. So running talaga is very close to my heart. Super fan talaga ako ng running at yung finals ko dati 21K. So medyo tsaka doon din sa may Rojas Boulevard yung finals ko. Kaya naalala ko at lahat ng mga memories na yun bumalik sa akin nung tumugtog kami sa Rock and Roll Manila. So maraming salamat for inviting the Itchy Worms. We had so much fun. Thank you.
As our runners and rock bands celebrate this monumental day, the Ironman Group expresses nothing but gratitude as the first ever Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila turns into a massive success.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa amin, yung triathlon community, yung running community, lahat po ng LGUs, yung mga sponsors namin at mga partners. Hindi po namin to magagawa kung wala po kayo, and we promise you, we assure you that we will always do our utmost to make sure you have a safe, healthy, and fun race.
It is truly a one-of-a-kind experience to be here at this monumental marathon event. At hindi ko talaga makakalimutan all of the runners, the performers, and all of the people that we met and all the historical sites that we visited in Manila. It was truly breathtaking. And I'm sure this is only one of the many rock and roll marathons dito sa Pilipinas. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the future. But up until then, I'm Denise Tan, and this has been the Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila.
The Asics Rock and Roll Running Series Manila would like to thank Asics.
City of Manila, Department of Tourism, Culture, and Arts Manila, Intramuros Administration, Department of Tourism, and National Parks Development Committee, Light water. Recharge naturally. The Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation.
Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming.
Regent Foods Corporation. The Philippine Star. Truth shall prevail. Sante. #Live more, do more.